water vapor imagery and start off with what we've been seeing in the early morning hours. We've had a couple of storms and some heavier showers, and all of that will be wrapping up as we go on through our early afternoon. And then we could see some storms reignite, especially in the afternoon hours. But for the most part, it's just some of this light rain across Tulsa. Heavier rain points to the north and the east of the area, working its way into southwest Missouri at this time, and then scattered showers across central Oklahoma. So picked up a little bit of rain in places like Lubbock, around Oklahoma City. Other than that, it's been very isolated. Of course, we could use the rain, but we're not really getting it where we do need it. And in fact, the latest with the drought monitor showing you we are at the exceptional level for much of southeastern New Mexico, stretching into West Texas, Lubbock, the panhandle of Texas, all the way up to the panhandle of Oklahoma. Very dry conditions. So again, fire weather concerns will stay with us for a good portion of the day today and even for tomorrow and throughout much of this week. You can see the southerly flow, and what the contrast is, it's just so stark when you look at how extremely dry it is across the desert southwest, where you have those southerly winds giving you dew points in the 60s and 70s and very warm conditions. Well, you'll still have the warmth. Oh, it will be there across Albuquerque, El Paso, Lubbock, San Angelo. These are well above average temperatures. So, of course, when you add in that low relative humidity and some gusty winds, as we've been talking about for many weeks, fire weather concerns remain huge. So uncontained large fires by the numbers here, 11, and look how many states are included in that. That's over 387 acres, and of course you're looking at over 4,500 firefighters that are still working hard each and every day to contain those fires again. So for a place like New Mexico, the acreage burned in New Mexico alone, that is 353,000 acres plus. So again, giving you the latest here for the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire, containment is only at 26%. So this does remain a huge concern as we take us into today. We do have red flag warnings out just shy of the panhandle of Oklahoma, but really for much of eastern New Mexico, stretching down into West Texas, even out all the way to San Angelo, you have red flag warnings for today. Your fire risk for today is raised at a critical level, and that does include you, San Angelo, and also Abilene, and then extending out from that, it's an elevated risk. So really just scourging any outdoor burning, because it is going to be sizzling this afternoon. Very dry, very hot conditions everywhere you look here from Abilene, that the heat would be spreading its way to the east. So yeah, Louisiana, shy of Jackson, Mississippi, but even you will have AccuWeather real field temperatures in the 90s for today, and some of you it will feel like 100 to 105 out there. Of course, we're tracking the chance for some storms later on, especially this evening, and we could see that across the Central Plains and possibly even across West Texas, places like Lubbock. The problem is, I don't think you'll get a lot of precipitation with some of those storms, so we could see dry lightning, which is not a good thing, because it doesn't take much of a spark to really ignite another wildfire. So, of course, we'll be on the lookout for that with those fire weather concerns. Severe storms threat, though, for today. It's just some area, so our lowest threat level. But again, all modes of severe weather are possible with this across areas of I-80, I-70, I-35, I-49, and again, I-35, even stretching up through Des Moines. You could have some of those issues for today. It is blistering heat that we're tracking for your Wednesday. Another round of triple digits, another round of record challenging heat. And in fact, for a place like Abilene, Texas, boy, yesterday you were 89, and then for today will be challenged. I mentioned that heat stretches its way across the lower Mississippi Valley, and again, Jackson, you'll be in that for tomorrow for your Thursday. So this is a very hot flow that you're going to be dealing with. Break from the heat. It will come, but it's going to take quite some time, the next several days, in fact, not until we get a cold front to pass through the area as we head later into the week. All right, across the north central, we're still dealing with some shower concerns from Sioux Falls down across a few areas into Nebraska, stretching up into the Dakotas. Really hit or miss with some of those isolated rain showers and also downpours. Again, it's going to be on the mild side. A lot of that heat that they're experiencing in the south central will expand to the north central, with a warm front also lifting. But of course, along the boundary, we're tracking the chance for some of those showers and also some storms from Minneapolis, but say around Sioux Falls, point south. That's where you have the concern for some of those storms for today, as we mentioned. And again, that would be later into those afternoon hours when you get some of that daytime heating going, that you could get some of those storms. You'll get those alerts right there in the palm of your hand. So again, that warmth that expands all the way to the high plains for your Wednesday. Chance of showers and storms along the boundary will remain across areas of the Midwest. And again, pretty warm for your Wednesday. But let's take it in to places like Bismarck for your Wednesday. 75, Sioux Falls. You even see that kind of on the water vapor imagery where you can see that counterclockwise flow. And again, that will be bringing some showers and even some ripples in the atmosphere. That just shows you how windy it is into those mid to upper levels. It's dry, as I mentioned, for a few areas. We are still tracking some of those showers across New England as we will for today. And there's the breeze that I mentioned. It's a skirt alert, as I like to say, especially for today with some of those gusty winds. And again, dew points aren't so bad. It's dry out there, but it's not too dry, and it feels rather nice when you step outside. So again, comfortable conditions with temperatures in the 60s and 70s for what many of you woke up to for this morning. Areas where we do have the clouds, some of that moisture, and maybe a few passing showers for today, it will stay slightly cooler, whereas I say across southwest Pennsylvania, stretching through Maryland, even out to Delaware, even southern Jersey, you have a shot at being nice. But again, the winds for today, if you look at the timestamp, I mean, this is throughout the entire day where you just have this west-northwest wind, and that's going to keep things pretty breezy throughout much of the day today. The breeze won't feel too bad, at least across the mid-Atlantic, since it will be dry and comfortable. But where you'll feel that breeze, and it could be a little bit cooler, again with those showers and clouds, that's going to be across interior New England. So places like Burlington, northern New Hampshire, western Maine, you'll definitely be experiencing some below average temperatures. When you look at a place like Syracuse, forecasting only a high of 60 degrees right off the lake. So again, average this time of year is about 10 degrees warmer than that and still below average in a place like Burlington. And then we take you into Richmond and also D.C., where you'll be seeing high temperatures in the 80s, and your average for this time of year is in the mid-70s. So you'll experience some of the warmer weather for today. We do have high pressure building in, which should relax some winds for some. It still will remain breezy right around coastal New England, even actually up through northern Maine. Showers and storms on the horizon, though. If you look across the increasing clouds, shower chances pick up. It's going to be around the drive time home, if not a little before, and then after that you start to see some of those isolated showers. And again, I don't expect any severe weather, but definitely maybe an isolated downpour or two. Then a noticeable change